It's a pleasure to have with us Mr. Eric Trappier today, the CEO of Dassault, the company which makes the Rafale jets, which has made many jets for the Indian Air Force in the past, but right now is in the center of controversy back home. Mr. Trappier, the question that a lot of people are asking in India is that the opposition says that 30,000 crores worth of rupees have been given by Dassault to Reliance as a JV partner, has been gifted to them in fact. What is your take on that?
No, it's totally untrue. We have a joint venture we are funding with Reliance to become a company manufacturing parts of Falcon and Rafale. The capital today is about 70 crore, 70. Half is supported by Dassault, 49%, half, 51%, is supported by Reliance. So what Dassault has already given as a capital of the company is 49% of 70 crore. It is going to be upgraded step by step in order to have the right capital in order to operate the company. And this will go up to 850 crores, half funded by Dassault, half funded by Reliance. So it has nothing to do with the big figures we may hear somewhere.
So there's a lot of confusion also on a statement of Mr. Hollande in which he apparently said, as reported by news agencies here, that it was compulsory to sign up with Reliance to get the contract for the aircraft. Can you comment on
Mr.
that?
Hollande corrected his wording or clarified his wording before and said that the two partners have found each other by themselves. At the same time, what I may say is that we had an agreement with Reliance after discussion in 2011, and we signed a contract between MOU between Reliance and Dassault in 2012, beginning of 2012. And at that time, neither the actual government was in place in India, nor the President Hollande in France. So I can reinforce and restate that the choice of Reliance is a Dassault choice. And I may show you this magazine, which is March 2012, with Reliance and Dassault for partnership for Rafale. So it has been a long story, but obviously we were waiting to get a first contract in order to fulfill our obligations of offset, and it was a strategic decision of Dassault to go ahead with Reliance to fill the offset obligation. It's not the only one. There are many other companies in which we are in deal, in business, in order to fulfill the offset obligations.
So you're saying there was no push from the Indian government to choose Reliance for this as a partner?
Not at all. Not at all. It has never told to me by French government nor by Indian government. It is our choice, and we were looking for a partner during the MMRCA preparation. It was in 2011, as I said. There were different other possibilities, but they had at that time no selected aircraft was chosen. So some of the companies go with Boeing, others with Lockheed, others with Typhoon, and we get this agreement with Reliance because we believe that we have the know-how in manufacturing. They have the know-how about the land they could give to us and for the company and to operate the Indian way.
So there have been requests back home to have an inquiry by CBI into this deal. There's a petition at the Supreme Court. Is Dassault open for an inquiry into the pricing and the selection of partners for the Rafale deal?
Look, the pricing of the Rafale is in the hands of the French government. It's a deal which is a G2G government, so government of France with government of India. So I will do what the government of France may ask me, number one. Number two is we are fighting against corruption. So if there is any investigation according to the French law or the Indian law, we will follow. I mean, we are supporting any people fighting against corruption, and we have been doing that since 2000, which the French law became very strong in this country against corruption. So we are totally clean. It's a clean deal, and I want to reinforce what I have said before. For us, we are engineers, we are technicians, we want to build up industry in India in partnership with private company. I am a private company, I am a family-owned company. Reliance is a family-owned company. We have found out an agreement to set up facilities from scratch. Then it will be our quality standards, our tools, our know-how with the environment in Nagpur and Mihan. We have all the other supply chain we are working with, 30 companies, and it is very enthusiastic to go ahead with this big project.